Pope Francis in the hospital. The Jubilee year is drawing thousands of pilgrims to the Vatican. This weekend is an event sent to honor the important role played by deacons. Tomorrow, deacons from across the globe will gather in St. Peter's for a reflection and discussion. The events will close with a Mass on Sunday. Deacons have had a privileged role in the history of the Church from the earliest days. The word deacon comes from the Greek word diakonos, which means servant or waiter. In the early church, deacons were chosen among Christian communities to help with the ministry of the church. To this day, they fill an indispensable role. Deacons can witness and bless marriages. They can baptize and celebrate funerals outside of a Mass, preach the gospel, and give homilies, and even expose the Blessed Sacrament for adoration. Plus, they can even receive all 7 sacraments, being able to get married and ordained. Joining us now from Rome is Deacon Rob Joseph, who serves at Our Lady of Victory Catholic Church in the Diocese of Columbus, Ohio. Deacon Rob, great to be with you today. So how did you discern to be a diaconate?
Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you. As far as discerning for the diaconate, I would say it's a small whisper, a sweet, small, constant whisper. And that's how I would like to. That's how I would articulate that. There was also, in my case, there was also this. I'll call it a manifestation, if you will. I knew the deacon at our parish for a number of years, and then all of a sudden, every time I saw him on the altar, I would become emotional, and this went on for had to be at least 6 months, and so that's just. It just went on from there.
Deacon Rob, what would you say to someone who may be discerning the call to the diaconate? Any advice you'd give them?
I would say be patient. Start on there. I think, once again, discernment starts with contemplation. And, are you feeling called, or is it part of do you feel called to serve the people of the church? Or is there an agenda? Is there a goal in mind? And so I think an examination of motive is actually imperative to that. Also, with an ordination, nothing happens unless you have the freely given support of your wife and also the support of your pastor. And so those are prerequisites and really good check marks or checkpoints along the way. But if I could sum it all up in one sentence, I would say be patient, stay close to the Lord, stay close to just prayer, surrender. Surrender is really key in all of this, surrendering constantly to God's will and God's purpose.
Yeah, that's such great advice. Before I let you go, what are your thoughts and expectations about this upcoming Jubilee of Deacons?
Well, of course I'm excited, but also there's some mixed emotions. Our prayers are with Pope Francis in this time, and it makes you contemplate and on the role that he's had in my own diaconate. I remember in one of his very first interviews, he talked about the church, and that the church was like a field hospital, a MASH unit, and that we're there to heal the wounds. And you don't ask someone who's come in from battle about their blood sugar or their cholesterol. You heal the wounds. And I think about what a profound effect that's had on my ministry as a deacon, that we just need to meet people where they are and to offer the mercy and the hope that Jesus Christ offers us. And also, when you think about it, the 2 Jubilee years that he has been part of was the year of mercy and the year of hope. And I think there's something profound about that.
Yeah. Well, Deacon Rob, thank you so much for all of this. We really appreciate it. God bless you.
Well, thank you. Once again, it was a pleasure to be here.